fighting for their lives. 6 months ago, I sat down with 5 local people who have ALS.
They were pleading with Congress and the FDA to grant them access to 2 drugs that could extend their lives. But here we are 6 months later, the bill stalled in Washington, D.C., and the FDA still has not given the green light on the 2 treatments that have helped so many patients.
So tonight, one of those patients sits down with me again to talk about her frustration and her fear as time is running out.
I can't stand that they have to push me in a wheelchair. I can't stand that, Thanksgiving is coming up and I can't make dinner.
When Patty Manhart and I met, she was still able to walk. Just 6 months later, she now needs a wheelchair to get around.
Do you need me to help you lift you up, or do you want to try it?
I'm going to try to do it.
Okay.
She's lost mobility in her left hand. Opening a bottle of water is difficult, and going to bed in her 2-story house is almost impossible.
It's hard because I crawl up the stairs now, and I can barely get up the stairs crawling and holding onto the rail.
With each day that passes, ALS slowly steals another part of Patty's body, another piece of her freedom, and she's scared. She's starting to have panic attacks at night.
Because you think, and then your mind is racing, and you're like, all right, I can still move. I can still move my arms. I can still move my legs. I can still get up out of this bed. But I know that there's going to be a day, not too far away, that I won't be able to do that, and it scares me to death.
Patty isn't the only one from our talk back in May whose health rapidly deteriorated. Pete Ehrlich, who was battling this monster disease for 2 years, died last week.
And he's gone, and, one more light is out. Sorry.
As if being diagnosed with ALS isn't haunting enough, Patty and all of those like her feel forgotten by the FDA and lawmakers. They are pleading for access to 2 trial drugs that treat ALS, AMX0035 and Neuron.
We are dying. We have no chance. It's not even like we have a 99% chance of dying. It's 100%. We want whatever we can get. And when we see something that is successful, like Neuron was, we deserve to be able to get access to it.
They also want lawmakers to pass the Act for ALS that will provide funding for expanded access to drugs, not just for ALS patients, but for any neurological disease like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. Senator Sherrod Brown has co-sponsored the bill and hopes it can pass by the end of the year.
I think there's a central role for governmental and medical. Certainly the drug companies are responsible, but government's got to help direct some of this funding. Government's got to partner in some.
But Ohio's other U.S. Senator Rob Portman has not signed the bill. Patty is so desperate. A few weeks ago, she organized a protest where ALS patients and their families walked down Senator Portman's street, hoping he'd see them and their struggle and support them.
If Congress, if our House of Representatives, if our senators could just pause for a moment in what they're doing and look at those of us who are dying and need their help. I have a 100% chance of dying without their help, and say, we're going to take a few minutes, read this act, we're going to send it through for a vote, we're going to vote on it because we value life.
Until then, the clock is ticking, and Patty knows she doesn't have 1 week, 1 day, or 1 hour to waste.
How many more are going to have to pass before anything is done?
Now, I asked for an interview with a doctor or a researcher within the FDA. I was told due to scheduling conflicts, none were available. Instead, I was sent a generic statement. You can read it on our website, WLWT.com. And I also requested an interview with Senator Portman, who does not support this bill. I've asked multiple times. Every time his team has declined an interview with me.
Now, timing is everything. We do have movement on the bill, I guess, today.
Right. So this was a big development here today. That Act for ALS actually just passed in the Health Subcommittee. It is now moving on to the full committee. The good news is they appear to have enough support in the House. It's the Senate where there could be a holdup here. They need 51 senators to sign off on this, and right now we only have 40. So that's the concern. That's why they want Senator Portman to be one more person to give the thumbs up for this. I have to tell you, just looking into this, I can tell you how frustrating it is for these people, because here I am calling and calling. There are countless doctors and researchers.
The FDA.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
they have
FDA won't
400
respond.
doctors on the website,
Right.
and nobody responds.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
have lawmakers who won't respond, and they don't have time to waste.
Keep beating the drum. I mean, I know
Trying.
you're doing it. Keep doing it. Keep shining a line on it. All right.